What's up, guys? Welcome to HO Powertrain and to Times and Model Railroading of 2024. What? Been doing this for 3 years, and you can just see things change so much from day one when I started. We got a lot to do. Before I get into that, we got a lot to do on these little trucks. So I'm gonna put my horns, mirrors, and everything else. I'm gonna go over some things I built on the shorts. Those of you guys have been paying attention, y'all see what I did, and we're gonna get a train running. So those things we're gonna get going and talk about the times with model railroading from, you can just say 3 years ago. And my channel probably doesn't reflect exactly 3 years because YouTube, the way anywho, about 3 years I've been doing this, and so much has changed, especially in the price of things, how expensive it is, and how things are just going up in price, and how it can affect someone trying to um, get deeper into current stuff with model railroading, such as DCC and everything else. Very expensive. When I started model railroading, it wasn't that expensive. Yes, 3 years ago, when I started this journey here that you guys have been watching, it wasn't that bad. But it has changed so much in the aspect of money, price. I find myself digging more into my savings, and I do buy good stuff. As you see, I'm a believer in buying good stuff, but it's on hold for now because everything is so expensive. Okay. Therefore, I got a family. I go to work. I shoot videos in between work breaks and everything else. So I make time for this. But at the end of the day, got to keep working. Got to keep making this money to support this hobby. So with that said, let me go put my scale trains on, and we'll talk more about it. Hey, Willow Creek, how you doing? You're the first one in here, man. All right, let me go put it on and we'll get going, okay? Coffee. HO Powertrain. Oh, yeah. Maybe I should have got this going before we get into it, huh? But it's all good. I had a commenter ask me, why do I always run this box car behind locomotives? Well, these box cars here have a swing coupler that allows for tighter curves on my railroad. So it just runs great behind my locomotive. Alright, so let me put a little training for you guys and we'll get going. It's been a minute since I did a live stream like this. Again, I've just been so busy. I work very hard at work, and that's what it takes for me to keep doing this. That can be frustrating in itself. I understand. That's life, though. It's the way it is. Put my coal hoppers. I built these coal hoppers a while back. They run great. These are some Walters coal hoppers. I don't know what the price of them are, but I heard that they're hard to get. These are some 1, 2, 3, 4 bay hoppers. I think they're hard to get. That's what my friend was telling me about. So I bought these early on. I love these Walter cars. There's so much more in this model railroading stuff that I want to get into, but as of now, it's too overwhelming with expense. But hopefully it gets better. The economy goes back up. Things change for the better, right? I'm hoping, I'm praying for that, and hoping it turns out better for everyone. All right, we got steel trains running. Hopefully it does good because it runs. You got to run that steel train slow on my track. Okay, yeah, getting back to expense and everything I was talking about. Um, eBay, man, I've been surfing eBay for some vehicles such as this. I picked these up. These here were around $30 for both of them. I said, well, it's kind of a deal, you know, so I bought them. The shipping on eBay is horrendous. I mean, I seen something where it was very low price for the product, and the shipping was way more than what the product would even be worth. It was ridiculous price on the shipping, and wasn't even. That's how they make their money, you know. Be careful on those things. Just shop around, and hopefully you can outbid somebody on a low price and get something cheaper. Because at the end of the day, we're all trying to find a deal and save some money in our pockets, especially with this model and stuff. It can get expensive. Of course, again, the 3D printer leans its leans itself to printing some of this stuff, but it just doesn't give the quality like you want. Resin does, but I have not dived into that. It's more money for a resin printer. At this point in stage in my life, with raising my kid and going to work and making my money, I have to watch what I do with this because it can get out of hand. Um, Getting back to eBay, you can find good deals. Uh, I consider myself not lucky to find good deals. So every once in a while, I'll find something that's kind of cheap, and I get it. You know, what I call cheap is not really that cheap. You know, so I've been printing up these little trucks here. Like this is a little 3D filament printed truck that I printed. Get a little engine in it. Uh, this truck was like yay big, and I downsized it in my filament printer, and I get something like this. Now I'm going for a junk car look and putting it in my junkyard, and it works great for that. So I don't care about the lines or anything. Good tip if you worried about the lines on your filament prints, get you a good thick primer paint and just spray them heavy, 2 or 3 coats, and they'll cover up a lot of your lines in your prints. I didn't do it with these, but my army tanks I did, and it works well. So it's like 3 or 4 coats of thick paint, and you cover up your lines. Good tip on that. So that was one of the truck for my junkyard. This was a Plymouth Fury because I'm in love with the movie Christine. I grew up in my growing up movies. This is a Plymouth Fury I built again for the junkyard. I didn't put no details for the wheels. Maybe I'll get around to that, but I'm just trying to fill in parts that needs to have a scene, you know. And I've also go buy all this expensive, very expensive. I'm about good stuff. I will pay if I need it and have to get the quality out of it. But lately, I'm watching with that because it can get out of hand. You start adding all this stuff up, you don't want to know the price. Hello, 2Real fans. How you doing, man? It's been a minute. I've been out on doing a stream like this. Streams you see me do before, I'm in and out of work and breaks, coming home, taking a little break, going back to work. I'm kind of an on-call situation, so I stay busy, man. Life in the past 4 years was a struggle. It was a battle, and we've been getting through it. Just trying to keep our head above water and loving the joy of doing model railroading the way I do it. Again, my music and everything I do is I'm getting my enjoyment out of this YouTube platform. Okay, that's why I do my channel the way I do it. I incorporate things I like, I love, and I just put it into it, and I actually feel a great enjoyment out of it. That's what I want to do, enjoy my freaking hobby. if I have to make this a job and I feel like coming like it's work, I don't want to mess with it. I work enough at freaking work. Yep, coffee. I drink mine black. It doesn't matter, right? um, this is a Mustang I printed up. The filament. This was a fastback. It's one color. I can get more into detail, but you get the aspect of what I'm trying to do with a junkyard. You know, just putting this on the layout and creating the scene. So I'm very happy I bought my printer. I've been getting more use out of it. No regrets with my filament printer. It's a great buy. I love it. If you haven't ran yours, you have one, you haven't ran it, or you're thinking about getting one, what are you waiting for? I know the money. I know how it is. Trust me. Uh, Another thing that I made, I was kind of sitting around, farting around, and I thought about was my cleaning locomotive. Again, I built this out of a coat hanger, bent it with some flowers, used the steps, put a piece of shop towel, wrap some pieces of tape on the end, and the weight of this lays on your track, and you push it and clean your track. Why didn't I think of this sooner? This is such an awesome way to clean your track. It's just, how come I didn't think of this sooner? Do I believe in bright boys sanding top of your rails? Quite frankly, no offense to anyone, but no, I do not believe in bright boys or sandpaper on top of my rails. Um, Maybe not so much for putting a lot of scratches in it. You know, I understand it will clean it, but I'm not at that point that I need to really sand or sand the top of my rails down. I'm not at that point. I never did believe in a bright boy because a bright boy is like an eraser material, okay? And if you take that bright boy and you start scrubbing the top of your tracks, it is good to get the gunk away, but you have to clean that. You got to come behind that with some alcohol, or preferably like something that evaporates quickly, like some thinner or something, a light thinner on a rag, and just wipe that residue off. Uh, Not a believer in bright boys, and definitely don't want to start sanding the top of my rails. So, as you can see, I picked the gunk up, and my opinion, that's the way I've been doing it, and trains just run awesome that way. So, no offense to anyone. Hey, you got your own method. Do what the hell you want to do at the end of the day, but that's what I do here. Okay, and I find it works great. This was another thing I created. Two nails. And how I got this is, I stripped the board the same width of this boxcar. I inserted the two nails, but at first I left the heads on here. Okay, bad mistake, because what happens, the head of the nail will catch when it comes in a curve into a switch, it'll catch the rail and it'll derail the car. So I cut that head off and I pressed the nail into the piece of wood, and I used the cross grain of this wood to scrape the track, and as you can see, it does a pretty good job. It scrapes it, and it takes that gunk right off. So wood is a great substitute for scrubbing the top of your rails. I've always done wood because you don't damage it. Wood is good for, especially if you have a lot of gunk or glue, that wood will get it right off. Two rough hands. We're going to build a cleaner car like you have, and maybe have it spring loaded. Yeah, spring loaded. Maybe I thought about putting a couple of springs on it. Yeah, that little bit more pressure, John. That's a good idea. Would put the pressure down onto it, but a light spring would be your best bet. Put you a light spring on both of them, something light. Maybe like a ballpoint pen spring. You cut it down and stick it over it, and it'll press onto your rails. But put some good weight in your car. Don't leave it. Don't leave it with the factory weight, because that spring, it'll apply it and want to lift the car. Of course, a light spring, But yeah, great idea. I thought about doing it, but I have no springs around here. I just let the weight of gravity just kind of sit on top. I mean, this is a poor man cleaning car, saving money, right? That's the point of it. That's the point of it, saving money, and that's what I've been on the kick lately. Because I kind of put the brakes on buying locomotives. I know I say that a lot. I know I say that a freaking lot, but I ain't bought a locomotive. I believe Rapido was the last one I bought, and it was DC. I have enough DCC locomotives to do what I want, such as running in my yards, filming them with the sound, filming them with the lights coming on, and just when I feel like I want to be in that more of a realistic view, I'll put my DCC on, But mostly it's DC. I run DC on my outer loops, and when it's just me and my trains, it's DC running a lot of the times. So, definitely not looking forward to buying any DCC stuff right now. I am happy with what I got. I know I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, 10, probably about 10 DCC stuff. Plenty. Again, this stuff is expensive. I don't see it going down anytime soon. Economy has to come down, and the way the wars and everything is going on in this world, man, I just hope and pray that things change for the better in this world, economy wise, and people doing better. Yeah, it's been a struggle these past 4 years for me, for sure, getting things going. We will attach our Walmart Vision Center microfiber with electrical contact. I agree with you on other methods. Not fan of abrasive or eraser type. Yeah, absolutely, John. For real. Yep. And thank you for the camera talk. We was talking about that camera, girlfriend, John. Appreciate it, man. It's a good camera. I know you had got one. Again, the concept for that camera, cheap camera, saving money in your pocket. Yeah, we can go and buy these expensive stuff, but for being a Wi-Fi camera, you can get the basic gist of what that camera does. It's a great camera. No, thank you for that, and I appreciate it. We got more stuff coming up with that. Oh, look, Scale Train just made it back in. Yeah, work's been kicking my ass lately, man. But that's an ongoing thing. That's just work, right? So hope to see more people do this. If you build one, shout me out. Give me come in my comments. Let me know you built one. It'll give me encouragement that this had went somewhere. Feel free to do that. And there you go. This one too. This is a good. There you go. Oh crap! Pushing a damn car off the track. You're welcome, Cryptic's Dark. Yep. Passes the work day. Yeah. Yeah, I just hope and cross my fingers I don't have to go back to work. I've been doing this, like I did a short yesterday. I was showing Jeremy how I did the track when I glued it. That was in between work. I came home, did that, called back out, go back to work. I was like, man, yesterday was just like. So a lot of the filming stuff you see, a lot of people don't know what goes into it, but I'm in and out of work in my daily life. People ask if I watch these channels. I hardly have time for channels. I don't watch TV at all. So, yeah, I've been working, just been raising my family and rolling. Sweet, John. I appreciate it, man. Sweet. And that's what keeps model railroading going. But I know the expense, and I know how things are. I know it can, daily life gets in the way and frustrations. Ask me how I know, right? You can see my eyes. I look tired now, right? But yeah, it's just an ongoing thing, of everything, content creation, and understand. I know how this is. Oh, all right. So, any questions? Anything I can help you guys with? Leave it in the comment section below. That's what my channel is built for, to help inspire enjoyment, my enjoyment, and hopefully everybody gets going with their stuff. That's what it's for, man. I know we got, things. Again, things are busy. I know how things are. I use plaster to weld these little details into my truck, and that's what I'm doing here. I know the camera here is, it's hard to catch it. I might can move you a little closer. Let's see. If it just doesn't focus well on that white, maybe that red. So we'll catch the red one. Let's just do the white one off camera. I mean, this far away. um, you're just starting a model railroad. Uh, Depending on your budget uh, and what scale you want to play on is going to be the biggest factor. Okay, space, budget, yeah, space and budget really, because the space you're working with is going to determine what kind of train layout you're going to build. Looking for HO scale, you're going to need a minimum of 4 foot wide for a return loop, unless you build a shelf layout like this, but it on a switch point. Depending on what size, in scale is going to be cheaper, and you can do a lot with in scale, but you're just going to be getting up close to in scale. Um, that's the only thing with in scale, okay? But in scale, you can build a freaking empire. You can build. I know because I did in scale in here, and I had some tables. I had two tables in here. One on that wall where you see the background flats, and I had so much going on in that little area. Um, it was just the size. It was the size of the buildings, but the price was better, of course, because it's smaller, But I don't know. I just like HO scale. John, I've been enjoying seeing your progress on the industries in the main train room. Oh, thanks, John. Yeah, that's a lot of work in itself. You see me do the incline. Yeah, we moving along with that. Right now, I'm jumping. I'm on the zombie side, and now I got to get back on towards the blast furnace and get into where I put that overpass. So I'm just trying to come up the best I can, try to fill these spots in. But model railroads are built in time, and the name of the game here is taking your time. Don't rush it. Any model railroader, that's the name of the game. Taking your time. The minute you start rushing things, you'll make mistakes, and you'll have to go back and switch it around, depending on what you want to do. So yeah, definitely taking your time and getting it going. Absolutely. That's taking your time, and patience is your friend. The turtle wins the race. Oh Lord. Yeah, John, you did a lot on yours also, man. For how long you've been doing it, and you've been coming up with some good inventive ideas also, my friend. That's the name of the game. Keep going with it and don't stop. At the end of the day, with this model railroading stuff, it's based on how you're having your enjoyment with it. It's basically on what you're doing with it and how you're having fun, because that's what we're out here for, to have fun with it. yeah, we everybody wants to, especially with content creators, we want to make a little something, being monetized and everything. But for what we got into our stuff, and the little return that we make is nothing compared to what we put into it. So at the end of the day, it's having fun and enjoying how you do your stuff. And don't ever let no one tell you you're doing your stuff wrong, because you do your stuff the way you want to do it. I had a lot of that a while back. Yeah. Yep, John, absolutely. Have fun with it and keep on rolling. I guess these are antennas that they put on the mirrors. I'm guessing, huh? Let's see what this looks like. Yep, sure is. That's what that is. Some freaking little antennas. It's neat, though. These are some Concord trucks, by the way. John, how's your son liking model railroading? I know when I was his age, I was eating that stuff up, but I know they have their iPads and they have their internet. We didn't have none of that. Too many gatekeepers and hobbies. We do and run whatever. Yeah, gatekeepers. That's true. Yeah, you should do it like this. You should do it. Yeah, they make it too much of a. And look, hey, each his own. They do what the hell they want to do, but for me, they make it too freaking professional. And that's like, dude. At the end of the day, look at this. Look at this. Right? This is a freaking model train set. It just makes me do this. Oh. Ah. But that's them. I do what I do here. As long as they don't bring that shit over here, we good. Absolutely. I understand that, I'm a prototypical kind of guy, but I love my themes. I love my Batman trains, Spider-Man trains, my Venom trains. I love Venom character. People, when I put Venom out in the beginning, if you have never seen the movie and you don't know what Venom is about or read comics, they would not never get the concept of Venom. And just that alone with my themes, it was knee deep in a big thing with that. I just kept going with it, and I will keep doing what I do. I've been building Warhammer 40K terrain for 30 years. This year, my kid said, "Let's build a train set." I'm in super deep now. Yeah, yeah, you're in. Yep. That's good to hear, though, Cryptics. Keeping this model railroading going, absolutely. And for me, the way I do my stuff, I was so how can I say this? I wanted it to bring my age of style of things into it, right? And what I grew up with, okay? And trying to do it while I have fun and encourage at the same time can be tricky. But I'm not that part of my life where I'm relaxed and laid back and just chilled out. That's not who I am. I'm a I'm a fighter kind of guy. I'm kind of like get in the mix and go with things. Even at work, I roll. Um, the, the stuff around me represents what I do, and that's who I am. That's I love the old movies and the comic books I grew up with, Eminem songs I grew up with. It fits my era, sort of, and that's why it's so different. You don't see, I'm just so outcasted in this, but I'm not changing because that's who I am, and I'm not changing to no one. Um, that's sweet, John. So people might get the wrong impression of things, but it doesn't matter. That's on them. That's their problem. My problem here is having fun with my hobby. uh, I guess the age difference from like most of your model railroaders are elderly people, and my age difference is over here, and they're like, "Whoa, what the hell?" But hey, that's me, and that's how I roll. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go check my train, make sure to not freaking derail, because I sometimes I gotta watch that scale train. So let me go check that out. Derailed. I tell you, it might run 3 or 4 laps, 2 or 3 laps, and it'll derail every once in a while. So let's put Athearn on. Oh, almost failed right there. Big 90 Mac. Big 90 Mac. Check that out. Big 90 Mac. This is phase one. Somebody was complimented the other day. They said they've been seeing a lot of phase twos, but this is phase one Athearn. I bought this big, gigantic, heavy beast for around $280. Couldn't believe it. It might have been a DCC Sound Ready also. It might have been a reject and they fixed it, but it works good for me. Woo! Love this model railroading stuff, man. When I started it, I was loving it. Then there came a time where I kind of got stagnated with model railroading, and then all of a sudden I just got this big rush of love for this hobby. Man, as I kept going with it, it's pretty much it's ingrained in me now that this hobby is something else, man. It really is. I do this stuff for the love and joy. Absolutely. Oh, let's see. Oh, we got some people came in. Yep, John, doing it with the family. Oh, man, it's not very big. UPR, not definitely not like a lot of fellas that been collecting for years. Um, it's a shelf full. I have a shelf full between DC and DCC. Um, yeah, it's what I have, and oh yeah, definitely enjoying these machines. I enjoy every because I don't have that many. I have enough. Don't get me wrong, but because I don't have that many, I get my enjoyment out of each and every one of my locomotives. You know, I guess I need to. Yeah, I've just been getting a lot of through with the shorts and the videos. I've been getting a lot of fun with each locomotive. Yeah. Elderly peeps with big layouts started in their 30s and 40s. We are good. Mama thinks we are goofy, but she thinks that no matter what we do. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Like I was telling my wife the other day, I said, if you take this away from me, I would lose my sanity. Like, you know, especially nowadays in this world. I know for me, I'm trying to make a living and putting my daughter through school. Got to get her going with college and buying her a car and just constantly reeling about making money and paying bills. And I told her, if you take this away, I'll lose my freaking sanity. So, yeah, it's a lot over here, man. It really is. Behind the scenes, people don't see, but yeah, no complaints. That's just the way it is, and that's how we're going to keep going. Oh yeah. Oh, got a glue a weight back in there. One came off. Damn it, it uncoupled. What's wrong with you, man? Oh. Yeah, I had big plans to get me a Wi-Fi system, a Wi-Fi NCE. Those things are $700. I'm gonna need one eventually, so I can walk around in here with my thing. I have to get one, so I'm just gonna put a little bit in the piggy bank till I get it. I have a 2 amp running all this. A 2 freaking amp. People are like, oh man, this and that. I run a 2 amp NCE on all this. Um, if you have your feeders in the right place, you have your track soldered. Uh, I see no problem with power distribution. I have plenty of videos where I showed where I hook my DC in my yard, power it up, and just those alligator clips runs this whole layout. It's a big layout, and anybody tells you different, I saw that guy HO Power Train do it. Hello, Randall. But yeah, at the end of the day, each his own. You got to do what you got to do, and everybody has their own techniques to do their stuff, and that's what works for you guys. I just give tips and hints, and maybe it will help someone. That's what I do. Okay. I have an order coming in today, so I'll be dropping a video about the weekend review and locomotive roster. Why not get a power booster with an antenna? Haven't thought about that. UPRR freelanced. Could look into that, but I think I want to get a Wi-Fi. But yeah, okay, it does have a okay. I'm not sure how that will work, so I have to see about that. Yeah, that's a good idea. See, learn something every day. I could. I'm gonna look into it. I don't want to spend money on something where it may work, but then again, I might have to. It might not work to what I thought it would work. I'm not sure how if that makes any sense. And I would have to buy the original $600, $700 system. So I'm kind of like, You know, I hate to waste money in somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to Walmart. Do it because I'm doing these little trucks. The antenna allows for wireless cabs. Okay, I'll have to see about that. I don't have a wireless cab, so I have to buy the wireless cab and the booster. So I don't know where the price point would be. I damn thing uncoupled again. Hey, let's put another locomotive on there. Athearn plastic knuckles. We'll be changing that to a metal coupler. Metal coupler. Yeah, gotta save that lunch money. Yeah, over here I got to save. Yeah, I've been buying a lot of stuff, man, and no, absolutely, yeah. I'm a good. I know how to. I can budget my money pretty well, but these things can take it out of you. All right, let's see this SD60M, how this is going to run. Let's try this. Oh. So much to do, so much to do. When I get off of this, I got a lot to do with some track coming into here in the shop. I didn't glue it down, so what's happening, the track is lifting, and it's causing a misalignment with my couplers. Never really had that problem, but of course when you do a video and a live, you have that problem. Oh, I'm missing some chat. Let's see. Digitrax Wi-Fi works awesome. It's a 400 Yankee Dabbler. Okay, yeah, I have a Digitrax, and quite frankly, I don't like the box push button thing and that little controller. I'm an NCE type of guy, but thanks for that cryptic dark. Believe that. Oh, all right, Ren. Yeah, working, huh? That's good. That's good, man. When you're working, that's a blessing. Getting the money coming in. Oh, you little bastard. I dropped my damn horn. When I was young, I would be like, man, I'm tired of work. I'm tired of this, coming up. I said, man, I didn't want to work. But as I got older and understanding how things are, shit, I got to go to work. And let me tell you, right now, I'm watching what I do because I don't know what this world's gonna do. So, man, we in a tenseful spot in this world right now. That means things can change with prices. Anytime you got the things happening the way it's been happening, things can get more expensive. So I'm kind of observing and watching money flow going out. I'm on a saving spree right now. I might buy something like these little trucks once a week, you know, $30, $40 here and there. But as far as $300 for a locomotive, hell no. Not right now. Hopefully YouTube can start paying me back a little bit of something so I can use the YouTube money. Well, hopefully these bar jobs have been a toss-up. They're either work or... Yeah, that's what's bad, man. They put you in a hotel and they don't pay you for it. I'll be like, screw that. I'll be fighting, man. I'll be like, screw that shit. You got me away from my family. You gonna pay me something. Well, you know what they're gonna say? Go home. Bastards. Man. But I'll let them know. I'll tell their asses that shit. Yeah. Sad because you got to fight for everything you got nowadays, man. You got to fight for that shit. They don't care. Oh. I think I'm missing a mirror, but I don't know what happened to it. Missing. I got one mirror, but I don't know what happened to this mirror, so I don't know. Oh, I stay connected. All right. Let me check my box. Well, it looks like the little mirror is gonna be missing. I may have to go on eBay and order the little mirrors for this. No biggie. At least we got that going. All right. So, anybody starting a railroad, where they're at? If y'all built one, where y'all at right now? How much scenery y'all got done? Y'all putting backdrops up? Y'all making more scenes? Putting track? What's going on? What's going on? Don't pay NSRP. That's for anyone. Yeah, go to eBay. But let me tell you, eBay, man, they've been jacking their... People been knowing what they're getting for this stuff. They getting top dollar for a lot of this stuff. I put up a post a while back. I deleted the post, but man, some vehicles were like $39 or something like that for a couple of trucks. It was 40 bags, expensive. I was talking about me going to Walmart. I'm gonna go look in the Hot Wheels section. I believe in the Hot Wheels section they have the like your mail cars, like a mailman car or van, you call it. Vans and stuff like that is more on an HO scale. So I'm gonna go look at that because they gotta fit them into a package. So I'm gonna go look at that and see if I can get away with the illusion of that in my junkyards. So they're like what, $1.25 for a car. I might do that when I get off of here. If y'all see a short on that, y'all know I got it. So yeah, they don't. They go up that bid, man. I was bidding on a Union Pacific DCC with sound scale train. And I was going to pay up to, this was a U scale train. It was a beautiful locomotive. I was going to pay probably up to around $250 for the machine. That thing went for like $340, $50 on a bid. I'm like, somebody really wanted that. So you know what? You can have that son of a bitch. Way too expensive. So yeah, right now, if I had to buy another locomotive, definitely we will be in Athens or Walthers. I want to get another Walthers, maybe an Atlas eventually, but Athens and Walthers right now. Scale trains on the back burner for me. I have a couple of them, and both of my scale trains do not perform well. And do I really want to start shifting track for one manufacturer? I think that outweighs what I'm doing here. So, yeah, maybe one day I will, but my Athens run great. Colo. I love them colos. Those buildings, as you see, that can get pricey too. All them buildings right there, very expensive. Um, uh, Things are high, man. Things are expensive. That's literally 50 more than Skilltrain himself. Yeah, that's used, Randall. That was used, and I think it went for more than that. To be honest with you, but yeah, that was. I was locked into that bid. I was fighting them. Bam, bam, bam. I fought them all the way up to, like I said, 250 something. And I was like, man, you can have that shit. I'm good. I'll buy a brand new one for what, 310, something like that. Lombard Hobby. Lombard Hobby got some good prices, man. Those guys, that's a good hobby store. Um, I haven't really shopped around too much more. Tower Hobbies, and they up there. I was a big believer in Tower Hobbies for a long time. Horizon is kind of like a tower hobby thing. I don't mess with too much. But your small shops, I mess with. Legacy Station, Lombard Hobbies, Trains.com. People like them, you know. Yeah, you get free shipping. Yeah. So yeah, they can eBay prices lately, man. Just golly, what the hell, man? They'll take your money. So I guess the moral of it is be happy with what we got, run with the hell we got, work with what we got. There's always room for improvement, especially over here. I got to clean up. That's always the case over here. Cleaning up. um, I got to buy some LED lights for in my shop. 8-foot LED lights are around $30-$40 a piece, I believe, since the last time I checked. So I got to rewire that. So that's more shit I gotta do, more money. That means that keeps my ass working and keeps me in a tizzy, back and forth. But each his own. Everybody got their thing. And that's also part of the reason prices keep going up. These companies realize people will pay more than what the company sells it for. Oh yeah. They can. Nowadays, back then it was on a little better term with people. You know, people would, I guess have more leeway. But now it's kind of like doggy dog. You know, it's hell. They putting high prices on things. I guess you can't blame them because they're going to get what they can get for it. But I'm not going to be locked into buying something, got to be smart about this. I picked up 2 GE-8Cs for $135 per boat Atlas. That was a good lucky deal right there. Great luck. And that's the thing. You get those lucky deals, it'd be hard to pass up. And that means prying out your wallet and buying some more trains. It's like, oh man, I can't pass that up, man. Damn it, there's 2. There goes your 135, but it's not a bad price though. Those were Lombard Hobbies. Wow, that was a good deal on Lombard. Yeah, Lombard, they got good prices. Absolutely. Like when I started model railroading in this scale here, I bought that blast furnace. People probably don't believe this, but I gave like $450 for that blast furnace. And that's the thing, the demand on something like that. It's all depends on what somebody is willing to pay, at the end of the day. Back then I was making more money money was free flowing, easier back then. And this was a couple 2.5 years ago, you could say. And I think they discontinued those blast furnace, and I gave $450 for that. Would I do it again now? Hell no, I wouldn't do it again. Cause I mean, it's an awesome kit. There's a lot that goes into it, but because of the discontinuement on it, and they know that if you want that, you're gonna pay. And yeah, I built that thing. Though, whew, I wouldn't buy another kit for that kind of money. So until I see where the world gets with the economy and things get better, and hopefully this inflation stuff kind of comes back down to earth. I have hope that it will. I hope it will. It might not never, but I hope it will. Until that happens, I will continue just doing small things here until I can get on a better budget to buy more trains. I have plenty. I enjoy everything I have, and be happy with what I got. So at the end of the day, somebody else is not as fortunate as me, and they have lesser, and people are in different positions. And I realize that, and I have to be grateful for what I got. And I am, and I'm going to keep chugging. So, with that said, thanks everybody for coming in. Hope this was some kind of helpful, encouraging to get somebody model railroading, get you moving on your model railroad. Keep an eye out on shorts. Always take my shorts as inspiring, and just having fun with the hobby. Have fun, guys. Have a great week, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. See y'all later, guys. Yep, Randall, that's true. See you later, man. Thank y'all again. I'll catch y'all later. Now I gotta figure out how to end this out there. You too, my friend.